Welcome to Jay and Laura TV. We are Jay and Laura LaFoon here to answer your questions about marriage and relationships. And if you have questions, please feel free to send them to us via our Facebook page, via info@jayandlaura.com on our website. Send us your questions because we would love to answer your questions. Here is today's questions, which I just love this one.
I do too.
How do I make him hear what I'm saying and not what he thinks I'm going to say? Communication is definitely an issue. I feel like the whole month of July, we've been talking about communication.
Oh, ladies, I tell ladies across the country this all the time. If your husband is not looking at you, he's really not hearing what you're saying, okay? For example, if I'm standing at the coffee pot, I'm not looking at Laura, therefore I'm not really hearing what she says. And
if he's looking at this and you ask him a question, he's not going to hear what you say.
So if you really want him to hear what you're saying, you've got to get face to face. And you've got to, pardon me, you've got to demand it. And I don't mean demand it in like, look at me right now, but you've got to really say, I need your full attention. Honey, I need you to look at me. I need you to understand what I'm saying. And you've got to get that eye to eye, because for a man, if he's looking at the TV, he may acknowledge like he's hearing you, but he really isn't. If he's on his iPad or on the computer, he's not going to hear you because he's singularly focused. That's a good and the bad thing about the way a man communicates. Because when you do get him to look at you face to face and say, I need tea, then he'll go, great, I'll get you some. That's just a wonderful thing. Can you see?
We're not even going there. We already told that story a couple weeks ago in a different TV show. But anyway, go back and look at it if you want to know about the whole coffee tea situation.
Right, we talk about different things, okay? Men and women talk about the same number of words a day, contrary to what many people say. There's been a study by the Arizona State University. I'm not going to go into that, but we talk about the same number of words a day. It's just that men talk about facts and activities. That's why we can talk about baseball stats, basketball stats, golf stats, and our golf game activities. Honey, on the third hole, you should have seen this shot. And then she just glazes over. Women talk about people and feelings. And when she starts talking about people and things, can you believe what she said about her? I just glaze over because I don't care about those things. So ladies, when you want your husband to hear what you're saying, you got to look him in the eye. You've got to get rid of the distractions.
No distractions.
And you've got to understand that you talk about different things. Now, to the tail end of this question, where he's answering you before you finish, I hate to say it, it's because he just wants you to be quiet. Okay.
We are Jay and Laura LaFoon here to answer your questions about marriage and relationships. Send us your questions via email, Facebook, and we will answer those. See you next week.